Hi guys, this is RNJ. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends on where you're watching me from. Today I want to talk about relocating from maybe Europe to America. For instance, you relocated from um, Italy, Germany, Belgium, Holland, Austria, anywhere, and you want to change location. I just want to talk a little bit about this stuff because right now a lot of people are making move and a lot of people are planning to make a move. And the one of the thing is when you want to make a move, what let me say 90% of the people do is they go online, YouTube, Google, and every other platform, try to get information. What they should do, try to compare countries. It's a very good thing because nobody want to make a mistake. You know, one thing about life, something which I've come to realize is at a time in life as we begin to go into the things of life, at a time in our lives, there are times we make a move, we do things without a choice. We do it because it was necessary. You couldn't afford to refuse or reject the offer then because you need to improve your living standards and try to get a better life. And at that time, like I said, we got no choice, man. We just do what needs to be done. But as we advance in life, we advance in stages. We begin to gain ground, and we start to understand that at this moment, I have choices. I can't just do things the way I used to do them before. Now I have choice. Why I'm saying this is, for instance, when I got to Europe newly, I did a lot of things, but not bad things, things which normally I wouldn't want to do. If I had my way, I wouldn't move from Nigeria to Germany. If I had choice, I wouldn't move from Nigeria to Germany because uh, I'm not the kind of person that flow very well or learn languages. I don't enjoy learning languages. So if I had my choice, then I won't move from Nigeria to Germany. Maybe I would probably move to UK. So, but Germany was the one of the easiest place to get to then. So when I arrived in Germany, my life there was like doing things big because I'm on the transit. Just getting the next, try to climb to the next possible step in life so that I can be open up to other aspect of life. As why I continue, I was able to secure European citizens. So as I got my European citizen, it opened me up to other possibilities without having to jump into embrace any available options that comes to me. So I could then decide, make choices where what I want to do, where I want to go. You know, not like if you have maybe you have normal stay permit in Europe. There are a lot of things you cannot do, but when you have citizenship, there are a lot of things you can actually do. No, so because of that, as soon as I got my citizenship, the first thing because my decision, my plan wasn't to stay in Germany, like real stay in Germany. So my plan was get what will enable me to move to another place without trouble. Because believe me, if you don't have a citizenship European citizenship, if you want to move to like US, Canada, and other part of the world, you might be able to secure a visa. But the problem is your choices are limited, because when you spend money, put a lot of things in order, you, from instance, you move from Germany to Canada, there is possibility that you're not coming back. You wouldn't want to come back. One, if you're an English speaking person, you find yourself in an English speaking country. Now there are a lot of things in Canada which you might regret while coming to Canada from Germany, apart from the language aspect. Every other things you might regret while moving from Germany to Canada. Now, if you have a European citizenship, wherever you get to, you can then sit down, watch that place for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and then you can decide, no, I can stay here, or I want to stay here. But if you come on a visa, you know the process you went through to secure that visa, so you wouldn't want to, make another mistake again, because you going back to where you're coming from, it might likely, like, you try to start afresh again. So people like that, what they do is they just sit down, they just relax, face whatever they have to face, to get themselves established. Like myself, when I was planning to relocate from Germany, first I went to UK because I needed an English speaking country. I don't want to go to any other country and start learning language again, because if I am okay with languages, I would just stay back in Germany. First I went to UK. I stayed in UK. I didn't spend much time, so I stayed in UK for a couple of weeks, and I got some ideas and I tried to know more about the system. And when I came back, I came to Canada. Actually, Canada was never a part of my plan, but from hearing from friends and all of that, sometimes in life when you want to do something, take the step, because as soon as it's good to share your idea with people, but understand that when you share your idea with people, you are opening yourself up to confusion. That's what happened to me. So the more I opened myself up, I got a lot of advice from a lot of people. People who've never been to Canada, they just hear, because Canada has a very big name. Wherever you go to, people think Canada is heaven. No, most of them, they talk, instead of UK, you go to Canada. So then I started losing. I wasn't having that interest going to UK anymore. So finally, I got my ticket, and then I landed in Toronto. Now, right now, as I'm making this video, I'm in Toronto right now. But few weeks later, I was seeing the difference, and I make a comparison and see a lot of difference, because like Canada is a very, very expensive country. You hardly survive with 8 hours job, not like you did we can do in Germany. But in Canada, except you are a high paid worker, a graduate, or a high skilled worker, so you can earn more. But like people living on minimum wage or living wage, they hardly survive. And like for instance, in Germany, if you are receiving a living wage of around 1,200, 1,300 euro, you can rent your own apartment. If you're alone, you can rent one bedroom apartment, and you pay like maybe 3 to 4 or 500 euro monthly. So you still have a lot, like 700 or so left to take care of yourself. But in Canada, it's not so. The life here is totally different. I think minimum wage or living wage, you can be earning up to $1,900, or maybe even, let me say around 1,900, $1,700. And if you want to rent one room apartment, you might be paying up to $1,000. a lot of people, what they do here is they rent a room from someone who own a complete apartment. Or so in order to save money. So if you really want to survive here in Canada with minimum wage or living wage as just a general laborer, you have to do more than one job, right? And the tax situation in Germany is almost the same thing here in Canada, because Germany is a social system. They operate social system. Canada also operates social system. So comparing Canada to Germany, for me, I would say the difference is the language. The difference is the language and the robust life. Though they don't live much robust life in Canada, but it's not so different from Germany. So, what I will advise you is, if like I said before, it's easier when you have a European citizenship. Then you can move across to wherever you want to go to spend. If you have 3 months visa, because like most of the European countries, they are visa free to a lot of countries. So they have, like, to US, if you're a European citizen, you have 3 months. To Canada, you have 6 months. So just like that. So you can visit, spend a couple of months, maybe 1 or 2. Then you look at the system. You can think if here is the right place for me. Then you try another place. But if you don't have citizenship, this will be difficult for you to do. So, like I said, you can get information from online, because don't rely on what you get online, because a lot of people just write things that doesn't really tally with what's going on in the country. I've been there. I've checked online. I see a lot of trash. Which when you come into the country, what you're gonna see is something different from what you read online. Like Canada here, things are very, very, very expensive. For instance, when you go to a shop to buy something, if what you saw is like $5 or $5.99, believe me, you're going to pay up to $6 or up to $7, because the tax is not included. So when you get there, they calculate the tax, and you are paying more. So you don't actually go with the cash, how much you want to buy something with the cash. It's good you go there with credit card, or you have a lot of money, you buy less. So the system is somehow frustrating, but Canada is a good place if you're a student, or you're, because the system, to be frank with you, the system is designed for kids, students, and high profile graduate. That is what Canada is designed for. Okay. But UK, in the other hand, UK is another wonderful country, because UK, Canada, US, these 3 countries are the same thing. The difference is just their way of living, but in terms of most of the standard, most of the standard is almost the same thing. The way they build houses and the way, almost the same thing. But UK is another wonderful country. Of course, if you've been in the place for so long, you might lose interest in that place and begin to discredit the place. But a lot of people who come in, people who knows the way in, who knows things about that country, they will come and make the use of what the tools which they have on ground. If your mind is not in a place, believe me, you're going to discredit that place, because your mind is no longer in that place. You're only going to see the errors about that place. The truth is that every countries are good. Every countries are good. No country is that bad. It's just that what you want. So when you are relocated, don't move because people are moving. Move because you need something, and what you need, you can't get it from where you are. So you need to get to another place. That is the reason why you need to do more research. I don't just mean on Google. Just do more research. First, think of what you want. You have to decide within yourself, this is what you want. If you want to study, then you can go to Canada. But if you want to work and make money, go back to your country, establish, I think maybe you think about UK or US. Though the reason why most people don't think about US is because US, they don't, their immigration system is so strict that in terms of getting the stay permit, because with European citizenship, you still need the stay permit from that US or Canada to work. So in US is almost like 2%. So let's say 98% chance that you're not going to get the document. But in Canada, it's not so. Canada is very different. Canada is open right now to immigrants. Not that it just is that open now, but Canada also deport. The fact that the country is big and the population very small, but they also deport. So the reason why most people prefer Canada is that documentation. When you see a lot of people moving from US to Canada, they tell you that Canada is better, but they are not actually telling you the truth. Because the reason why most people move from US to Canada is because they have been unable to get their permanent resident. Because in US it takes time. In Canada, within 2 years you can get your permanent resident. In 3 years you apply for your citizenship. In US it's not so. So this is part of the reason why a lot of people move down from US to Canada, but they won't tell you this. They won't tell you this. So that is it. So you have to do your own digging. What you want first. That's the first thing. That should be your motivation. That should be your driving force. If you don't know what you want, you just want to travel to a country where people call your name. When you go on Google right now, Canada is ranking very high on Google. So if you want to look at it from that way, from what people are saying, you're gonna get this wrong, because Canada is not for everybody. Canada is not for everybody. Like in UK, you can hustle, man. You can do a lot of things to get cash, but Canada is not so. Canada is not for everybody. Canada is for set of people, high profile people, high profile skilled worker, student. That is what Canada is made for. Okay. The choice is yours, man. Do what you gotta do, man. Like I said, think before you move. Don't move before you think, so you don't end up like, man, life just like that. Have a nice day. This is RNG. If you appreciate this video, let me know by dropping your comment down below. See you next time. If there's any question you might want to ask concerning Canada here or Germany, the two places which I've been, and even in UK, I don't have so much information about UK because I've not really spent time in UK. I don't rely on what they write on internet, so I can't go on internet and start to dig out information and give to you, because I know most of the information you get online are not in line with what's really going on down there. So, but if you ask me about Germany and Canada, I can tell you some few things about the countries. That is it. See you, one love. Enjoy your new year.